What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Talking Pigskin Week 14 edition. Cannot believe we only have 4 games left in the regular season. Playoff race is on, and all the teams that are vying for that final wildcard spot on both conferences, they got important games coming up. So it's going to be a very fun stretch for the next few weeks. Can't wait to talk about it, watch it. But real quick, on week 13, I went 4-1 with my picks. Unfortunately, I should have picked the Chargers when my gut was telling me that Philip Rivers was going to pull this off, but I still picked the Steelers anyway. I did look good at on the first half, but then second half, the LA Chargers showed everyone why they deserve to be a top 5 team this year. So good for them. Happy for Philip Rivers. As for the Jets, I cannot believe they were leading the game at 19-3 in third quarter, but if you're a Jet fan, as long as I have, you know they were going to blow that game. You knew it was coming. You just didn't know in what way, shape, or form. Did I feel like, shit watching that? Absolutely not. At this point, there's no point of, winning a game. As much as you will like to think that this team needs to win and get out of that 6-game losing streak, it's not going to do this team any good. Sure, draft positioning, it matters too, but what's the guarantee that the Jets will not botch that draft pick as well? So there's really not much I can say about this team right now. With all that money that's going to be in free agency for them next year, I just hope they spend it correctly and make a run at this thing next year. But as a Jet fan right now, there's not much for me to say. It's really a tough time. But no, we're gonna start there with the Jets for Week 14 picks, where they will go to Buffalo and take on the Bills. This will be the first meeting between Sam Darnold and Josh Allen. On paper, the Buffalo Bills clearly have the better roster, defensively especially. On offense, they're mediocre. Josh Allen has been making plays, a lot of them. I definitely expected less of him. He's been surprising me all year long. They could have won that game against Miami had Charles Clay not dropped that pass in the end zone. They're going to take on an easy Jet team who will have Darnold back under center, but I don't know how effective he's going to be. He's coming off a 3-week layoff. Hopefully he will be fully healthy, but he's going to see exotic blitzes coming from Sean McDermott and that Buffalo defense. Don't think he's going to be able to live up with that, especially when the offensive personnel in the Jets is just bad. And Jeremy Bates, the offensive coordinator, is running a 1950s offense where, there's no way on earth it's going to work in today's NFL. So the Bills will easily win this game. Not going to be shocked. Next game we have is a very good game where the Baltimore Ravens, who currently holds the number 6 seed, traveling to Arrowhead Stadium to take on the Chiefs. The Chiefs dropped 40 points on the Raiders even without Kareem Hunt. And that just goes to show you that Patrick Mahomes is the real deal. I still can't believe I doubted him during my preview videos before the season started. Definitely I'm eating crow, but wow, what a treat it is to watch him play. And they're going to host a very good Baltimore defense. I believe they're ranked number 1. Terrell Suggs has been having a very good year. Will they be able to keep it up? I don't think so. If this game was in Baltimore, maybe they would have kept the Chiefs in check, but in Arrowhead, it's going to be very tough for them to overcome. Lamar Jackson is 3-0 as a starter, so good for him. I think he's doing a very good job, but will he keep the job? I'm not sure. Joe Flacco, we all know when playoffs comes, he's a different QB. So maybe Lamar Jackson can get them to playoffs and put Joe Flacco back in. We'll see. But I'm going to pick the Chiefs at home to win that game. Next game we have is the 4 o'clock game where the Philadelphia Eagles travel to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Wow. The Cowboys are 7-5. Definitely none of us expected that. They were 3-5, winners of 4 straight, especially beating the Saints last week. They clearly got everyone's attention. The Eagles took care of business at home against the Redskins, even though they beat up on a third-string quarterback in Mark Sanchez, and the Redskins are just not anything. The Eagles will have to play a lot better in Dallas to beat that team. I just don't see that happening. The Dallas Cowboys defense is one of the biggest surprises of the year. They're playing lights out. DeMarcus Lawrence, Randy Gregory, Byron Jones, they're all just jacked up. Van Der Esch, Jalen Smith. They have stars all over that defense, and it's good to see the Cowboys defense. It's something that the NFL dearly misses now. Look at them, you look at the Bears, you look at the Ravens. This is the only 3 defenses that are still being talked about. Everyone else is getting pummeled week in and week out. I don't think the Eagles can pull this off. It's going to be a very tough game in Dallas. Dak hasn't been playing very well, but I think with the addition of Amari Cooper, he has steadied that offense, and I think they're going to continue doing that as long as Zeke is running the ball and the offense is going through him. So I'm going to take the Cowboys on that one. Next game we have is the Sunday night game where the Los Angeles Rams will travel to Chicago to take on the Bears. Ooh, Khalil Mack against that Rams offense. It'll be fun to watch. But again, Jared Goff has all the protection in the world, so it's going to be hard to get to him. And I believe the Bears with Mitch Trubisky, which I don't know if he's going to play or not. With Chase Daniel, definitely I give them no shot. But with Trubisky at the helm, maybe they can keep it close as long as they can keep up with scoring. I think Bears will hold the Rams under 40 because that's the standard with the Rams. So even though they struggled against the last week, but I think they'll be good again this Sunday night coming up. And I think Rams on the road, doesn't matter where they play, they're gonna beat on most teams, and Chicago will be their next victim. So Rams. And the last game we have is the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Seattle Seahawks on Monday Night Football. No one saw the Seahawks being 7-5 into Week 14 of this year. That team lost all of their stars on defense, especially in the secondary, and people thought, that's it, Legion of Boom is gone, the Seattle team is done. They forgot how good Russell Wilson is. They forgot how underappreciated Russell Wilson is. He clearly is top 5 quarterback right now. He's playing a great game every week. He's gonna host Kirk Cousin, who's getting paid $90 million and can throw touchdowns and at away field. So let's look at him last week at Foxborough, threw 1 touchdown, and that was it. Minnesota Vikings looked stagnant for the most part at that game. Patriots never lost control of that game, so I don't know. I mean, I did pick the Patriots to beat the Vikings, but the way the Vikings looked was really shitty. Well, sure, get your $90 million, and I guess you can just all look back and say, damn, he really wrapped the Vikings. It is what it is. So there you go. Those are the 5 games I'm gonna have. I'm gonna have the Bills, the Cowboys, the Chiefs, the Seahawks? Yeah, the Seahawks and the Rams. Let me know what you think of these picks. I'll see you next week for Week 15 picks. Enjoy the games.